Excuse me. All right. How's this all looking?
Jesus.
How does that compare? I wonder if that's a little bit loud. There we go. Put it a little bit background there. Alright, so got the Lost Mines. Delver 2.38.
silent in dismay, it won't break this feeling down. If I conquer this my way, I'd devour, I'd surround. If it hurts you just a little, then it heals you when it's done. Disappointment is the anchor, resolution is the sun.
Alright, so we've got Fandolin all set up.
If it's silent in dismay, it won't break this feeling down. If I conquer this my way, I'd devour, I'd surround. If it hurts you just a little, then it heals you when it's done. Disappointment is the anchor, resolution is the sun.
Let's have a look and see if there's any modules. I don't even see where the option is for am I just blind? Am I just not seeing the option for XP or level? So I do level here, but I can't change it. Or is it because I haven't got classes and I need to import races and sub-races? Okay, I've got to choose. Okay, so this is a little bit different. Let's see what Paulies put his stuff into. I'll see if there's a way to just import directly from D&D Beyond, because this is it's a bit whack. Let's see, acrobatics, deception, persuasion, insight. Okay. So now I can give him, like, let's say we've got a dagger, right? We can kind of do this. That's cool. But I can't pull that in. Oh, it's made him level 20. How did I do that? How do I undo that? So if I just import rogue level 1. Acrobatics, deception, persuasion, insight. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, that's done. Does this then? Okay, it makes him level 21. So added 1 level. And it gives him expertise, sneak attack. Okay, so it gave him the things that we want. I'm gonna have to look this up. I wonder if I change it back to this sheet. Okay. Long or short list, fully. I still like the other sheet actually. Start again. How about sound out A? We can import a, what is set at is level 8. Monk. Where the open hand monk. Okay, import. Chromatics, medicine, perception. Yeah. Religion, stealth. I'll choose 2. I assume he chose those 2. In fact, I can probably check properly. He went ability score improvement in Dex and Dex. Then at level 8, he went con and wisdom. Okay. Alright, level 8 monk. Thirteen, 12. Let's just look at his totals, right? Because Interesting that it doesn't add in an unarmed attack to this. Hey. Did you see Charles's message?
Yeah.
Do you want to reply or do you want me? Yeah. Cool. Okay, we'll stream it, you can watch. Hey, Butternut. How's it going, mate? Yeah, so this is the Lost Mines of Phandelver, which is sort of like a basic starter set game for D&D, and I'm going through and creating it in the Foundry virtual tabletop. So adding walls and lighting, and I'll add all the monsters in, things like that. And then when it comes to game night, I'll be able to throw the players in here effectively, and they'll be able to wander around the dungeon. So you can see here I'm adding walls. This tool Foundry, similar to like Roll20, which I'm more familiar with, and just kind of learning how this one works. This one seems to be a little bit more powerful, but as these things usually are, they've got a bit of a learning curve. Oops. Come on, what am I doing? So if we were to look at this player's point of view, you can see that they can see part of this room, but they can't see past these walls, and their vision kind of moves as they move around. Obviously, I've got to add more walls and things like that to make it a little bit more closer. I can show you actually a better example here. So let's take this goblin, for example. Just imagine it was a player. If my players were walking around here, it would reveal parts of the map as they walk past certain areas. For example, this goblin wouldn't be able to see the wolves till he steps around the corner. Yeah, I've done a couple ones like that, and I've used a similar kind of feature in Roll20 where they have a dynamic lighting setup as well, and especially if the party splits up a little bit, each player can only see the vision of their token, which makes it a little bit different from playing in person. Obviously, in person you can kind of see the whole map usually, but this way you can make it a little bit more creepy, especially if one party member's kind of gone ahead a little bit, or one's kind of sitting back, and then they start seeing zombies or something like that come around the corner behind them, right? So then they have to tell the party members, hey guys, I need you to come back and help me. Or if they get separated wandering through a maze, it can be quite interesting because they have to try and communicate either in-game or over Discord or whatever, saying, oh, what are you seeing? You know, have you found the thing we need to find, etc. And it's a turn-based game, obviously, so yeah, and there's some element of you can have a bit of table talk or whatever. You know, our games aren't particularly too strict, and you could argue that you're yelling out throughout the maze and stuff like that. But if you do that, maybe other things are going to hear you as well. And absolutely, you know, if players sort of went and looked in this area, they may not see something sneaking up behind them around this corner here, right? Do you run D&D games at all, or have you played in many D&D games? Absolutely, champion. I heartily recommend the Lost Mines of Fandelver as like a really good starting adventure, especially if you're a new DM starting out. Um, I've run it a couple of times at PAX Oz each year, and at least the first kind of uh, couple of parts of it, it can be a really good onboarding kind of process of, oh, now we're doing a combat. Let's fight some goblins. Now we're entering into a maze. Here's how you're going to do that. And look, you don't need any of this fancy stuff, but it can kind of just add to the experience, especially if uh, down here in Melbourne where we're on super lockdown. So we've moved our game online and we're playing each week. So it can be like a fun little dungeon crawl, and I don't mind. You know, I've got a bit of spare time. I'm not going anywhere, so I may as well set it up. But yeah, hopefully start running by the end of the year. Mate, start running by the end of the month. Set an ambitious target. Get some friends together. I believe in you. You could be a great dungeon master. I always want more dungeon masters in the world because eventually I'll be able to play a game. I only bought Foundry last night. I've been reading a lot about it, and um, the abilities that it has seems to be a little bit more powerful, and I think it's a little bit more optimized for some of the things it wants to do with vision. I still have Roll20, and I'll pull up the thing now. Where are we? Right, so here's my Roll20 game. So we're midway through this dungeon already, and I have used it obviously, and you know it has sort of a light. Whoop. Sorry about that. Hold together with spit, tape, and a prayer. This thing. So midway through a game, and last week for the Tats and Tarasques game, we were running it through Roll20, and I've been running all my games through Roll20. And I'll probably still do that for this week and maybe next week, but I think that Foundry longer term is going to be a better way to do it, and it seems to be a little bit more organized and a more powerful tool, essentially. But like any powerful tool, I think it takes a little bit longer to get set up with it and get sort of comfortable with it. So if you're just jumping in, I think Roll20 is like a perfect way to start. Out of the box, it can work really well. Yeah, so Foundry is an app you download. So it's an app like this, but that's sort of the server, and then the players connect through their browser like they would with Roll20. ATC Romans, thanks for popping in. Yeah, so you've been using Foundry since March. Awesome, absolute champion. I think I'm gonna enjoy it as well, but this is sort of my first real hands-on time playing with it, and just setting up the LMOP stuff just as a bit of a test case, especially as I've got one of the three groups I'm running at the moment has just started, so it may be a good point to kind of jump in on this here, and seems to have a lot of cool journal entry stuff. The way it's sorted seems a little bit better, a little bit more intuitive in some ways than Roll20. Um, there's just so much potential with it that it can be a little bit overwhelming on what modules you want to install and things like that. So bot or not, if you just want to start playing first and run your first game, I still recommend Roll20 for that. But I think once you get that taste and you're like, oh, I want to start crafting my own worlds and this, that, and the next thing, you may look to go to Foundry. It is sort of a $50 upfront purchase, which might be a bit of a deterrent. In Roll20, you can just get started for free. But to get the more advanced features of Roll20, like lighting and stuff like that, you got to pay a subscription fee anyway. So then it becomes, do I want to pay up front or do I want to start paying a subscription fee? And maybe that's the time where you make the decision to jump into Foundry. Now, I don't really know how to edit a file once I've placed it. But that's alright, we'll just create a new one. I should probably create the hats and tats people. So we've got Kokoro. ATC Romans, if you're still around, you might be able to help me out here, maybe with a bit of a description on how I can customize level number. Because I noticed you can import from the SRD to give them character levels. But is that the only way to do it? Also, I'm using a milestone system. Maybe there was something in my early setup where I'd unticked I ticked XP instead of milestones. Right click on the light source and the config menu for that source should pop up. Oh, okay, cool. Right click. Right click for me moves the map around. I can move the light source around. Oh, I can double click it. Oh, okay, and then I can kind of just adjust it here, right? Cool. Thank you very much. for the moment, all my players are using D&D Beyond to host their character sheets, and we're using the Beyond 20 to send the roles into Roll20, just so I didn't have them creating characters in Roll20 and D&D Beyond and trying to keep both up and alive. Especially when it's just probably easier. Well, I thought it was easier for them to just create characters in D&D Beyond, as it does a lot of the maths for them. Hey Sevens, what's up, my boy? Major differences, would you say? Okay, so Roll20, you've seen. It's in your browser. It seems to be alright, but I've noticed. You may have noticed in some of our games that the load can be a bit full on, especially Doug playing Keg. Sometimes tokens aren't loading and things like that. Also, you're somewhat limited with being able to create certain types of lighting or certain types of walls. Me, I love my lighting, I love my walls. This system, these are all walls, but you can create sort of custom rules around the walls. So instead of being a wall, it could be a door, for example, and you can click it to open it up. There's an example here where here's a character, they can click this, and it just opens the door. So the players can actually open doors themselves if you set it up right. And there's even, you can move over here, there's a door over here, right? And I can set that as a DM. I can set this as like a secret door. So theoretically, I think they don't know it's there until it's unlocked. I'd have to make this this character token a non-GM one or something, but yeah. So those are some of the little things, and that's just scratching the surface. Because Foundry Tabletop is also open source, just random people are creating little modules. Like for instance, one I've got here. If I go back to the Cragmore Cave, by clicking on this goblin, there's like this little equipment macro bar, so I can just like click scimitar, and I can like roll damage that way, right? So you can like set that up ahead of time, so you can do a lot of your rolling in game if you want. I've done similar kind of stuff in Roll20, but it's a bit kludgy, so. And if I send you, I wonder what will happen if I get, I should probably not stream what the invitation link would be. But Lex, I could send you an invitation link and you could join through your browser. So for you, the experience would be exactly the same, I think. Let me, let me hide this for a second. I'll fire it up. But I think that you got to do it a little bit more advanced. Yeah, actually, this was one of the first maps we did. So we started on sort of the Lost Mines of Foundelver, but or at least the maps were. However, I was actually taking you through Keep on the Shadowfell as a story. And I've just sent you the link. I may or may not work. I might need to set up port forwarding and things like that, because instead of Roll20 hosting it, I'm hosting this, which makes it, again, a little bit different. And yeah, there's no downloads or anything like that for the players. It's just the DM that has to do this kind of stuff. Oh, cool. Yeah, I can change the color. Thanks for that, Romans. Make it a nice kind of yellow. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe that's not a nice yellow. It's like a super light orangey. Just to get that flickering flame feel. Yeah, I might need to set up some port forwarding or something. Obviously, I can connect through on like local area network and stuff. So I need to dive into my router. This is just like setting up the old, Minecraft servers and stuff like that back in the day. The other thing is, I think you can end up hosting a server on Azure or AWS or something like that, like you would a Terraria or a Minecraft server. So theoretically, I wouldn't need this computer on to be able to access it as the GM or have the players access it. And in a long enough timeline, this could be used to project to a digital tabletop map on a table. Once we finally get around in person again, once all this lockdown stuff's done. I was also going to plan out some of the storyline stuff that I want to run you through today, or you through on maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Alex. Once you guys figure out which groups you're going to divide into, I need to. I've got obviously a couple of ideas, and using my Ashenport ending tab is for a group I'm running with. A group I'm running Monday night. But I obviously got some ideas of the mini story arcs for you and Sadat A and Keg and whatnot.
Yo,
Hey, How's it going?
Good man. Sorry, I have to hop off the. I'm gonna leave your stream on, but I
Mhm.
gotta mute you because I'm trying to do the campaign for COD,
All right.
and I can't hear you talk when the game's going because the game fucking volume is stupidly loud.
Yeah, no dramas.
Um,
So you just thought you'd snuggle up to me in Discord.
yeah, 100%. Oh, I wanted to listen to what you're saying.
Yeah, so I think this tool is pretty cool. From what the stuff I've been reading about it
Mm,
online, I think it's definitely a powerful tool. It's just
yeah,
like Linux is a powerful tool. Like you've just got to dive into it a little
Gotta-
bit and work out all the
Yeah.
little nuances. It's not as easy to just jump in. But like anything good.
it looked good. I mean, even those like the doors, like being able to, if somebody wants to roll a perception check or whatever, and they find a secret door, you don't have to add that in, or people can't just see that there's a door there. You can change the map to be responsive to that. Which is cool.
Yeah, typically in Roll20, for example, you would just create a wall, and then like as a secret door, and then I would just have to move the wall out of the way, right?
Ah, right.
Which is fine, but in this way, it kind of ends up being a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
It's taking it away from just the whole theater of the mind. Like it's hard coding more of the data of the dungeon in front of you, which may or may not lead to like us just when it's like, oh well, what can I see in this room? I can see stuff in the corner. Is that what I see? It's like, I mean, you tell me, right? Remember when we played the Star Wars RPG?
Yeah.
It was a lot more free
Yeah.
form of just like, you tell me what you see, and we'll load that in. But yeah.
No, I like it. I like it.
I wonder how this. I'll just do a door here. So how's the COD? How's the COD campaign?
It's all right, dude. It's I just started because Brent wanted to play the We've been playing a lot of Warzone, but Brent wanted to do the special op stuff, but you have to own the game. So I got that yesterday because it was way cheaper than I thought it was originally. So yeah, it's okay. It's very graphic, which I guess sort of makes sense. Oh, but I like to play all of these games with like, don't get like Far Cry and stuff. Like you don't want to alert anyone, and you want to do all stealth kills.
Yeah.
This game is not like that.
I was reading about. Have you seen much about this new game on PlayStation? The Ghosts of. Oh, I can hold control while placing walls. Oh,
Sorry?
mate, this guy's just made my life 100 times easier.
Has he?
So glad I'm streaming just so that I can get advice from Romans. Thank you
Man,
very much,
Roman,
you
10 out of
champion.
10.
Oh, what? My life has changed. I was like adding each wall manually, and it turns out if you hold control, it just like sets up waypoints.
That's good as.
Yes.
That's beautiful. What game did you say? Sorry, a massive explosion happened when you said it.
The Ghosts of Tsushima, is it?
Oh yeah. Pone and Lockie and all that have been on about it. It looks alright. It looks cool.
So
Like
I
an
was reading,
RPG.
yeah, almost like a Red Dead-ish or like Metal Gear 5 kind of esque thing.
Yeah.
And I was reading a thing where it's saying that if you learn a bunch of samurai shit at the start, and then like later on you start becoming the the Ghost of Tsushima or whatever by doing a bunch of stealth kills, because that ends up being like super cool. And apparently like the weather and stuff starts changing the more like you do stealth.
No shit.
Like the more dark and stormy it becomes, in line with the fact that you are becoming dishonorable because you're doing everything else stealthy.
Ah, that's cool.
Um,
I like that. That's sort of like Fable. Remember
yeah,
Fable?
yeah. Metal Gear Solid 5 did a similar thing, but it was like the enemies started reacting differently the more stealth kills you did. They
Yeah.
would start equipping the enemies with night vision and stuff.
Oh, no shit.
So then it, like the stealth stuff becomes harder, or if you go full on aggressive mode, then the enemies start getting more body armor and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, right. Ah, that's cool. It's responsive to you.
Yeah.
Oh. Fuck me. I just had a guy's head blown apart right in front of my eyes.
Oh, mate. Do you need to speak with a counsellor? Because it's not. I'm not one.
I mean, is it wrong that I feel like he deserved it?
Yes, you're a monster.
Thought so. Oh no. I remember doing this mission on Brent's PS4. This guy's strapped up with this massive bomb. So you're in Piccadilly Circus, and this guy's strapped up with this massive bomb that's got 6 seconds to go, and it's you basically can't help him, and you have to like kick him off the ledge
That's rough.
to save all of these other people. He's just like a random civvy that's just been strapped up with bombs. But he's surrounded by a bunch of other people with like sacks over their heads. I'm just talking to Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Brent.
There's a little delay on this. I couldn't hear him on this, so I just hopped in Discord.
Hey.
Yeah, this is he's doing Foundry.
So
Do you get
the group on Tuesday or Wednesday, is that going to be Gronk, Bird Person, and Sadade?
Yeah. Say it again, sorry. Yeah, it does look good, doesn't it? Yeah, I think so. And I've asked Doug if he wants to do that with us, because then there's 4 each or 3 each, whatever. It splits it up nicely.
Yeah.
I'll see what he says.
That's cool. The other thing about this Foundry is that normally in Roll20 it's kind of a pain in the ass to click a token. I gotta like Control L to see their line of sight. And even more so recently in some of the fights we've been having, I'll look at the line of sight and I'm like, oh yeah, this looks fine. And then on your guys' end, it either wasn't loading or wasn't rendering properly. I think for Paul, he was having some issues with it. Hopefully this ends up resolving a lot of that too.
Nice. Yeah, I can't imagine all of the back end pain in the ass stuff that you're dealing with on top of dealing with us.
Yeah. Part of that's my fault for not, running pre-generated adventures, right? It's like...
Yeah, but it's nice that you're doing it your own way, because it's, it is just nicer.
Mm. Well, I'm gonna have to create in Foundry. I'm gonna have to create the Castle on the Hill pub.
Yeah, no shit. I don't think we've ever outlined what it looks like, though. Hey.
No, there's yeah, not specifically. I think we looked at like a couple of generic maps because I'm no artist, so I was like, it'd be really helpful if it looked like one of these, so that I could just import this into the game.
So in this game, the main character you're playing as, well, for the first few missions anyway, he's called Alex.
Oh, that's exciting.
I keep freaking out. He's like, "Hey, Alex." I'm like, "What?" He's like handing me a bomb and stuff.
I really enjoyed or Emma really enjoyed in Forza 3. You could like
Mm.
choose a nickname.
Oh yeah,
So she chose Cupcake.
that's awesome.
So every time, yeah, she's like, they'd be like, "Hey, Cupcake, you know, go get this car or whatever." It's just like,
Yeah,
oh,
I really like those car games. Like Forza was really good. I really want to play the new F1 2020 or whatever it is,
yeah,
but it's like $90 for the standard game, so that
yeah.
can suck my dick. Give me a brick.
So have a look, if you can see on the stream.
Mm.
So this token's in this room, right?
Yeah.
And then you can like click that door, and it opens the door, and you can like close the door behind you.
Ah, that's cool. That's nice, because we always forget, like, I mean, especially, remember when we were in can't remember what it was called, but the tunnel leading to that city in the mountain,
Mhm.
and we killed all those guys and left them there. Number one, didn't loot them, but number two, didn't fucking close any doors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
ran the session I ran with Sean and Paul. They got into a maze and like they couldn't see each other's point of view, so they got kind of lost, separated in the maze, which was amazing.
that's funny.
And because of the line of sight stuff, you could kind of just see the edge of a token. Especially Paul's character didn't have dark vision, so
Yeah.
he'd be like, "Oh, is that you, Saudade?" And Saudade's like, "Oh yeah, I think so." And then it turns out no, it wasn't him. It was some sort of undead monstrosity or whatever.
That's good as. Yeah, I'm excited to play with the smaller group. I think, like you said, it got a bit cumbersome towards the end, especially with like not being at the table,
Mm.
and yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited. But man, fucking look, not gonna say that third person got the final kill, but if there was any person that absolutely demolished that last fight, it was moi. Check the garage. I need a silencer for my gun. That's not how guns work. He's just put a fucking oil filter from this burnt out car on his pistol. And it's like, oh, it's a silencer. Okay. We've got the right side, okay. Fucking hell. This is brutal. Right, hide the gun, but I've also got a fucking Uzi and 4 throwing knives attached to my belt.
Oh, naturally.
Naturally. Oh. I'm just watching 3 people hang from a steel crossbeam that they've raised up on a crane. That's... Whoa! I got shot immediately. I walked in the wrong spot. Oh, don't get near the guards. Okay. I died.
Yeah, fool.
So I just stand here. Oh no, I go this way. Ah, right. I just walked in the wrong spot. So
Okay. That looks pretty done. Oh, I forgot a door here. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of mileage out of Lost Mines at Fendelder in that, like, the game I ran for you guys was actually, Keep on the Shadowfell, the first game I ran. But
yeah.
the first kind of encounters I took from Lost Mines because they're just sort of some of the best sort of really early game encounters. Like, oh, here's a couple of goblins, and now you go into a cave, think outside the box kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. No, I think you're right. I think it's a good start. I used it for I didn't know what it was called.
Mhm.
Oh, what's this? I've got another fucking oil filter. I didn't know what it was called, so I couldn't like look it up or anything. I mean, I probably could have found it, but I used it when I played with the people from my old work,
Yeah.
and it was cool. It was cool to see them like, because because we didn't have much time. I was like, look, but combat isn't going to be turn based. It's just what do you feel like you want to do in that time, and we'll resolve it all at the same time.
That's good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool because one dude was like, right, I don't say anything to the others. I just shoot a fireball, and take this guy out. And then the ranger girl was like, hey, I'm gonna see if I can roll to hit this guy in the face with an arrow. And they both shot the same dude and fucking obliterated him.
Nice.
And yeah, and the other one was just left standing there bewildered that his buddy was just fucking incinerated and decimated. What am I doing? Plant explosive.
Alright, that's good for that. Let's...
No, I'm not on the roof near the helicopter because I can't fucking get up. Oh, okay, so that's that one. Alright. How do I get upstairs? Maybe I'll go for that one first.
Yeah, if I can get, it seems like that Beyond 20 thing we use to just roll directly from D&D Beyond, because it couldn't be easier.
Yeah.
Uh,
It'll roll in this, will it?
yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
if I can set everything up properly.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks, Romans. You're very helpful, super champion, helping me with those walls especially, but the other stuff as well. Please swing by again if you see me online. I'd love to pick your brain. I'll probably be in there asking questions in the Foundry Discord or subreddit or something. Just going to work out how I can get all these character sheets in of our existing campaigns and kind of port in our existing Roll20 campaigns. But it looks like a really awesome tool, and I think I'm going to keep at it here. If you've been using it for a couple of months and you love it, that's all the recommendation I need.
What the fuck's this dog? Just heard you growl. Ah, right. Those fellas don't appear unless you fuck up. Okay. Oh, this dog's in this like little cage thing. All right. I'm not gonna kill the dog.
Oh, I see you guys were talking about different fantasy books. You recommending them for Paul?
Yeah, he hasn't read The Lies of Lochmora, which is
It's upsetting. We can't be friends with him.
Oh, did he buy it?
Must have, or maybe it was in the bookstore. I don't know.
Oh, no shit. Oh, that's cool.
Oh man, I'm reading one at the moment that you might, or I'm listening to one at the moment you might really enjoy. It's called The Fifth Season.
Okay.
And fifth season. Fantasy novel. So it's in a world where like everything's on one supercontinent, but every few centuries there's like what happens is this fifth season. So you've got your summer, spring, autumn, winter. But every now and then, like this sort of catastrophe happens that causes a fifth season, which we'd call like nuclear winter or something, right?
Oh, no shit.
And there's people with kind of magic powers who can like manipulate earthquakes and the earth and stuff. But obviously, it's like any magic, it can go astray, and they're treated poorly and stuff. So, I'm sort of like halfway through a quarter of the way through so far. Pretty interesting. Emma got me onto it.
Hells yeah. Man, I need to make more time to read because I'm not commuting anywhere anymore. I don't read as much because I'm just on my computer all the time.
Yeah.
Get way back here. Yeah, I'm coming. Fucking settle down. I'm doing all this hard work for you. Don't hurry me up. You're sitting in the safety of the confines of your room. I've just killed 4 Russian guards and placed 2 explosives. Oh.
The other thing this thing can do, apparently, is you can set areas that have sound. So not just the entire battle map, right? Like how we often have like background music.
Yeah.
You could set
Oh,
individual
that's cool.
sounds in a room, so people will only
As you
hear
walk
them
into it.
as their character walks through that room.
Oh fuck, that's cool. I like that.
So like you could put some spooky music in one area that no one else will hear until like that one person goes through. That's fucking cool.
That's amazing. Oh,
So I've got here. I'm still kind of obviously working out the things, but game is paused. How do I unpause the game? Disable experience tracking. Let's do that too while we're at it.
oh, I fucked that up. So all of these like Russian dudes walk around the corner. So we lie down next to all these dead bodies, and she goes, "Okay, move." So I move, and I get shot. I didn't realize she meant keep crawling. I just stood up in the middle of these fucking people. Take your time killing them. Heck, why don't you have one of these guns with the silencer, scrub? Oh, now you've got a gun. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I like the look of everything that's going on in terms of your technical abilities when you're clicking on stuff.
Yeah, so check. I'll zoom in here on my screen. So this is the DM screen, right? Or you'll be able to see the DM's point of view.
Okay, hold on.
And then off screen, I've now taken control of Sean. Like as if Sean's logged in, you can see where Sean's mouse is.
Oh, that's cool. Wait,
Sean-
hold on. There might be a little delay.
And then
Oh,
Sean,
right now I can see. Yeah. No shit.
and like you can map out distance and stuff.
That's cool. I like this. I like these maps as well.
And he can create like a little area of effect kind of thing. Yeah, your 10-foot spell or whatever.
No shit.
Let's see. Yes, that's cool. So if I can solve, the only thing I really need to solve now is importing character sheets in from D&D Beyond.
Right.
And tokens and stuff. And then getting you guys to be able to connect. And then I actually have to build, what you guys are going to interact with. So if I can do all that by Tuesday, then I think it'll be good.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Emma and I played Arkham Horror yesterday.
Oh yeah, what's that? Is that the No, what is that?
It's a
assuming
card
something
game from
Batman.
Fantasy Flight, but like
No shit.
you played the Marvel game with us, if you remember.
Yeah.
The similar
remember
to
that.
that kind of, but it's all Cthulhu-esque horror and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, baby. And it's got elements of like after you finish the scenario, you continue on to the next scenario with the same deck, but you can kind of like upgrade it slightly with your XP and
Ah,
stuff.
that's cool.
And you've got health and mental health. So like some things damage your, cause horror, and so you can go insane.
Right. Sort of like fuck, what's it called? Deepest, darkest dungeons.
Yeah, very much like Darkest Dungeon. Yeah.
Darkest Dungeon, that's right. Man, I had to stop playing that game. It made me too upset. I
Oh,
was like, I
really?
just want a game to play that I'm not gonna get my shit pushed in.
Hmm. I'd recommend, if you like Darkest Dungeon, like the gameplay style, I'd maybe recommend something like Slay the Spire, which is a deck
Yeah,
building
I'm waiting. It's
thing.
on my Slay the Spire's on my thingo list, wish list.
Yeah.
So when it comes on sale, I'll get it. That and I really want to play Dead Cells as well.
I've heard the name, but I can't remember. I don't think I know anything
It's
about
like a what's it called? Side-scrolling platformer,
Oh, yeah.
but RPG sort of thing. So yeah, apparently it's amazing. So I want to give it a go. Whoa! I'm flying I'm flying in like a cohort of UAV drones, but all strapped with C4. Fucking got him.
Alright, so let's look at some of my notes here. So let's look at Fancy Lads. Group 1 is going to be Gronk, Saudade, Bird Person. Right?
Yep.
Group 2 is Heimdall, Barnaby, Keg, I guess? Or were you going to invite Keg into your group?
Well, I asked Keg if he wanted to do stuff, but he hasn't. I think they're out doing. I've just seen him. He's at the beach with Jamie somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Fair. I would be too. I went for a walk this morning. It's beautiful.
I was going to, but I did a walk yesterday, and I really wanted to play computer games, so I didn't.
See, I got it out.
That's
I got
how-
it out in the morning. I did some stretches to walk, and then I'm like, you know what?
Yeah,
That's all
but
my.
I woke up at like 12 o'clock, so
Fair.
it's like I had a coffee on Friday because I was playing some games with Brent, and I had a coffee too late. I had a coffee at like 7 o'clock, so I was up until 3, and that's thrown off my
Throwing off your entire day.
entire day. Doo.
All right. What was I doing? I keep getting sidetracked. All right. So we got new actor, Bird Person. He is a character. Yes, he is. Quite the character. So you're a level 8 Cleric of Life?
Say that again, sorry.
You're level 8 Cleric of Life, your character.
Yes, that's me. The sexiest cleric of life you ever did see. There's no hit markers on the campaign, which is, I guess, far more real. Don't snipe me, I'm sniping you. Far more realistic. But I also, if I'm in a dark map, I have no idea if the guy's dead or not.
In the other game I started up for Thursday, Tats and Tarasques.
Oh yeah?
One of the guys is also playing an Aarakocra called Paulie the Parrot. Did I tell you about this one?
Oh yeah, and he was a parrot on a giant ship or something.
Yeah, these
That's
pirate giants,
awesome.
and then eventually escaped.
Yeah, that's actually brilliant.
And weirdly, like your group, they also have a Warforged, someone who wanted to be a sentient Tau that gets high all the time. Obviously, watching a bunch of South Park, I imagine.
That's fuck, yeah.
Did you check the Mage Slayer's feat?
Yeah, because I thought, well, Kavakarov, I was like, right, he's gonna start casting some spells. So if I get all up in his jam,
Hmm.
but then he didn't cast any spells when I was standing next to him, so there was nothing I could do.
Ah, true. I guess you kind of got up to him right at the end.
Right at the end, yeah. But it's nice to have, and I'm viewing that you now know about it. Oh shit, friendly fire will not be tolerated. Fuck you. Stop, I don't need to stop, I need to blow. This game's like, hey, fly these RC planes because you need to blow up the trucks and stuff. But
Oh.
my own team is standing right next to the truck I need to blow up.
I thought you were going to say it's
And I
kind of like GTA San Andreas, that remote control plane mission that was just a nightmare.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on that. Fucking got him. Chopper down. Mate, I am fucking lethal with choppers, with those RC planes. He's a dead boy, he's a dead boy. Those two are dead boys. Very satisfying. When I played this bit of the campaign on Brent's PS4, I hadn't played COD in about 4 years.
Yeah.
And I felt like I hadn't played COD in 4 years because I was getting my ass handed to me. But now I've had some extensive training. I feel like I'm less shit than I was. Who's shooting me? Can you fuck off? And you.
Oh, look at that. We got a bird person token.
Ah, Queen. That's the life I want to live. Whoop.
Interesting. I can't unselect a picture for you though, which is weird.
Say that again. Sorry.
I can't unselect the picture I've given you.
Oh,
It
really?
looks like
That's
it's.
alright.
It just looks weirdly stretched, or it's kind of broken this character sheet. I think. It looks alright there though. So you click that. It's like bird person. He's level like cleric. Look at him. We're also proud. Spell book. All your spells are in here.
Nice.
So you can go like boom, sanctuary. Interesting. Now I want to know what happens if you so we've prepared spiritual weapon, I guess. Is that what we've done here? Okay.
What? I'm cleared hot.
The hottest.
Oh, that's very satisfying. Feels sort of like cheating. I'm flying around in one of those helicopters.
Yeah.
Um, and I can just see everybody on the ground. Nice.
Okay, so I can get you to roll wisdom saving throws. That's fine.
Nice.
Um,
I really like the UI, the look at the look of
yeah,
everything that's going on there.
it looks a bit nicer than Roll20. Weirdly, it says you have no
No
spell
what?
slot. It won't let me
No spell slot.
let me cast Zone of
Ah, it's
Truth.
because I'm probably out of spells.
No, but
after
I've put
our
in
last
here that
fight.
you've got 3 out of 3 spells.
Oh, right.
Like I'm trying to do it within Foundry rather than D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Because in theory, this module I have, when you cast the spell, you can place a measured template, so it will like, oh, here we go. So look, it's got like a 15-foot square circle.
Nice.
And so like, oh, I go Zone of Truth. Where are you going to put it? I'm going to put it here. There we go. And it's just put it on the ground. That's cool.
That's awesome.
So that's a cool feature for like spirit guardians or whatever, right?
Yeah. Putting them down, making sure that they're in the. Shit. Hold on, just gotta go ask Brent something.
Yeah. If anyone, if you're still hanging out in chat, thank you. Hope you're having fun just seeing what Fancy Labs is all about, or what Foundry is all about, I guess, I'm sort of learning a little bit about it too. And Romans was here before. He's had to nick off, but their expertise was very, very helpful. Some interesting stuff we've found. Obviously, we can create little walls here to create line of sight stuff. I'm currently creating, well, just creating stuff in my one world, but you can have multiple separate worlds for your different campaigns, as well as different characters and stuff like that here.
Okay, awesome. Right, so I'm up to this mission. Brent was like, right, you've got to get when you get up to this mission, you got to do this particular way of doing it because you're in this house, this like suburban house in London, and you've got there's 11 enemies, and you have to kill them with a bullet each, and not get shot.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole mission, so this might take me a couple of goes. Fucked up already.
I was gonna say, I didn't mention before, or did I mention? James reached out to me and said he wants to kind of retire Han and start a new character.
Right.
Because he didn't really get to create Han, we kind of just threw him in that.
Yeah, that's true.
And now he kind of has a feel for it. He's gonna go away, read some guides, and come up with his own character.
Nice. Oh, that's exciting. Has he said what he's gonna go for?
No.
Okay. That's cool though. That's awesome.
I mean, he might go for another Warlock or something like that, but
Yeah, potentially.
maybe he's done that. He's sort of like. The thing is, his AOE stuff was incredibly useful for your team.
Oh yeah. For sure. But I guess we've got Heimdall as well, who also does a bunch of like.
Yeah,
very
I mean, most of
AOE
his stuff
stuff.
is teleporting away when he's in
Yeah.
trouble.
What? She took 3 bullets. Fuck you. I shot her in the back of the head. Oh, I fucking hit restart mission and not last checkpoint. What a dickhead. Oh no! I'm back at the start. Okay. Alright. So 3 fellas downstairs, 2 fellas, 1 lady. 1 lady who's holding one dude who's holding another lady hostage, who then she turns around after you kill him and grabs the pistol and tries to shoot you weirdly.
Are you looking up a guide? What are you doing?
No. I'm just in my head. I'm just remembering what's happened so far.
Sure, yeah. Mr.
Well,
got,
Brent's behind me.
got-
He
got
can see I
game
don't have a guide.
got GameFAQ open. Just
Oh, really? Yeah. I'm not gonna kill the baby. You're an asshole. Okay, I'm not gonna kill her. I don't need to kill a cup. I did not mean for that to happen. Checkpoint. I didn't mean to open that door. Because we go out through this door. Yeah, but you said 11 shots. I've got 13 in this, so it's fine. And because I need to do headshots, so they're all going to be. Huh? I got them before. Fuck! I fucked it! Oh, this is gonna be frustrating. Alright, get out of the way. 3 down.
Alright, then I import backgrounds. Yeah, the character creation, I think I'm either doing something wrong or I just haven't like got the right module to kind of make it good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
High rate.
I got shot. Okay, now.
And then like, is that it? Features. Bad reputation. Okay, so that's all in there. Spellbook, nothing. Biography, whatever.
What do you mean clear this floor? Dark cleared this floor.
Look, I don't want to hear any whinging, mate. I just want to hear you clearing the floor.
This floor's secure. Just did that, you prick.
Expertise. Okay, how do I tell it to expertise that thing? Edit? Nope.
Holy parrot. That's good as.
Yeah, so I've imported level 1 rogue, level 1 an Aarakocra, and the background of pirate, which is the stuff this guy chose for his character. But one thing is that rogues get expertise in 2 skills, right? So they get double proficiency. So his dex, his acrobatic should actually be at a +7, I think. 8, 17, 12, 13, yeah. Because he's taken expertise in it, but this character sheet, I don't know if I can just like go, hey, you, give me expertise on this thing.
Yeah. He's a dead boy. Can you save that fella? No, I guess not. Private Cornoyer. Cornoyer.
Oh, there's another achievement as well.
What is it?
Just save a dude. One of these guys.
Oh yeah, he just died. I don't know how to stop that though. I guess go. I shoot through the door.
Yeah.
But how do I? I can't shoot through.
You shoot through the door, you kill him, not with that one bullet.
But it barely fucking kills him when I shoot him in the head. How's a headshot through the door gonna get him? Oh, use the M4 into it. I think it is set to single shot. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. I've done it so far. I'm on the top floor. I'm not shooting the baby. Where? Under the fucking... Are you fucking serious? Oh. He crawled under the bed in 0.4 of a second. That's cheating. Got him. Oh. I'm a fucking gun. Brent, I did it. Yeah, the graphics in this game are insane. It's got to be all motion capture because it's stupid how good everybody looks in the cutscenes. Okay, yeah. Doug's in for Tuesday.
Oh yeah. So Doug's gonna join Gronk Sedata in bird person.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, I better come up with something between now and Tuesday. And if I can get the basics of this working in terms of just like you have your tokens, you can control your tokens, and you can connect, I might do it through this, and then you can still use D&D Beyond to roll. I think.
Ah, right. Yeah.
We'll see, because there's this also has the functionality of you can create journals, right? And then within the journal, you can kind of like apparently you can link to other journals.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like almost like a wiki, like having a keyword. You click that, and it'll be able to like send you somewhere.
Oh, that's cool. Jesus, fuck! This game is loud. I've got the settings so low. I saw the trip mine. I walked into the trip mine. I died. Hoorah! Give me your gun, Captain Pallet. Corporal Pallet.
One of the guys in my campaign is named Rakan, or Raykan.
Alright.
Kind of like Zyre and Rakan.
Yeah, that's good as.
And then one guy's Thorin the Grimsbane of the heir to the Grimsbane fortune.
Nice.
No idea what that fortune is yet.
No, nobody knows. They don't even know. He just got told from a kid he had a fortune with his family name on it.
Yeah.
Turns out it's not a real thing. No. I'm on the easiest that you can play this game on, and I'm getting pushed in.
Have you considered that you're just bad?
I think I am just terrible at this game.
I worked
Not
out
really
expertise.
clear on.
It's a game changer.
Oh, everywhere.
Oh, you can't stop me now. While you're losing your battle, I figured out you just need to click having the skill again, and it changes it to expertise.
Yeah.
This is where I needed my boy Romans in chat telling me how it all works.
Yeah, Romans knew what was up, hey?
Just instead of actually tinkering and figuring it out on my own, I just need someone to tell me.
Oh, well, that's what, what's it called? Group collaboration, whatever it is? No, so I had to kill some people. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like not a hive mind. I don't know what I mean,
But kind of like a hive mind.
but kind of like a hive mind.
I think a hive mind wouldn't be terrible.
Oh my god. If I was in a real war, I would be so dead immediately.
Well, yeah.
I have no regard for either that or I would stay in the same spot and just fucking camp.
So what's the plan for this week, Lex?
Nothing much really, dude. I'm just trying to find another job
Mm-hmm.
still. They're Russian people. Yeah, continue on and try not to blow my brains out. No, it's another chill week, you know.
Yeah.
You got much on? Do you get to relax for some of the times that you had to work on Alaskan time?
Canadian time.
That one.
That was So I took a day in lieu for Tuesday, and then I've also taken tomorrow off, and then I've also going to take my Friday off. So we have long weekend this week and next weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it's my birthday tomorrow.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, it is. What are you doing for your birthday?
Taking the day off. I think Emma's going to be working though, so I'm just probably going to prep D&D games and play video games. Honestly,
I mean, that doesn't half sound like a bad day.
it's not terrible. Let's go standing this time. Here we go.
Fuck this game.
It's just kicking your ass. Just can't stop, won't stop.
Get out of here! You can't have a fucking baddie dressed as the same as the main character. It's cheating. Oh, we did. Ah. Beat to death a civilian. Oh, excuse me. Whoa! Killed by a tripwire. Cause I have no idea how to play this game.
Give me some water. I could hydrate.
Yeah, I haven't had breakfast or any water. I've had a coffee. I need to have some water.
Oh man, this whole time it said brid person, not bird person. What am I doing?
I did it. I can't even skip this.
Alright, so assumedly, group 1 is Tuesday. Gronk said added bird person and keg. Group 2 is Wednesday, right?
All the tanks and healers are in one party, all the spellcasters are in the others. Yeah.
Yep.
Because
That's how
we-
you split up. That's how you split up the group. I mean, so Daddy is not a tank or a healer, I guess.
No.
Your guys' group is more balanced. Alright. Stuff Gronk's gonna want to handle. Orc invasion. What's happening
Oh
with
yeah, that's
Rome,
probably happened. Hey.
Mara. Sadati. Sadati stuff would be to do with Mara. What does Bird Person typically want to do?
I don't think we had a. I mean, it's probably something to do with the Raven Queen. Hey. But I don't think we had a set storyline or anything that was in the background.
So aftermath of Kavakaros, because the Raven Queen was like, haha, he's gonna die, he's gonna enter into my realm, but he didn't.
No, I
Right.
didn't. So
She was upset.
I mean,
And
she's very upset.
you know who else was upset? Orcus,
Orcus was very upset.
because he thought he'd get Kavakaros' soul, and it looks like nobody got his soul.
Mm.
And then Keg's main goal was,
Not to go to Hammerfast.
yeah, don't go to Hammerfast. The vineyard gems. He got one of them, didn't he? Yeah, because
Yeah, I think we got one.
because it was they'd lost one when they came into the pyramid. They had two. One got stolen that you guys got from the dragon, and then one got
Yep.
stolen by the druids, which you never dealt with.
No.
Vineyard Gems has one. So anything to do with the old empire. Oh, I just had an excellent idea. It might
Yeah.
be too good, or it might be terrible. Or it might be giving away too much of the goose. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's a phrase.
Say that again?
It might be giving away too much of the goose. Oh, and did you see I got my first 2 subscribers? I'm practically a pro streamer now.
Dude, you're 100% a streamer. I'm loving it. I mean, there's 42 people watching you at the moment.
That's true.
Is that right?
Yeah, watching me with Notepad open, coming up with story ideas. This is brilliant.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Now, I didn't do the other one with the... Oh! I killed the lady. Whoops. can't imagine playing this game on fucking hardcore. No! Oh, my 4-point glitch. It's spawning me in the midst of about 30 fucking bullets.
Oh, hey Niall. Yeah, thank you very much for the congrats on the affiliate. Just cracked it last week, I think. And then I did a D&D stream with, do you know like Timmy and Ryan from Hats and obviously D-Barts? So did a D&D stream with them on Thursday, running a game for those noobs. And oh, nice. Thank you very much. You are my third
I
subscriber.
saved the lady on this one.
Woo! Oh, little fireworks went off everywhere. That's really cute. I don't mind. Sorry, I was talking to someone in chat. Ignore that, Alex. I actually
Winning
also
Dad,
thought.
congrats on the affiliate.
I also
Subscribe. Oh,
thought
horrified.
of,
Nice.
Flashes this weekend,
Who was shooting me?
but
Fuck
it's not
This game
clearly.
is so bullshit.
Yeah, I think I must have heard it from you, and so I told Emma, like, oh, I wouldn't be available Saturday, Sunday. I'll be playing Clash. And so she planned all my birthday shit for next weekend. Turns out next weekend is Clash. So I'm going to have to skip out on the Saturday. Because I can't do that to her.
Clash was this weekend as well.
Yeah, dude. So it's a D&D engine similar to Roll20, and it lets me kind of create and lay out maps and characters and so on, and then the users will sort of come in. In this case, here's Paulie the parrot, which is Timmy's character. So he can open up his character sheet and then, in theory, go like, "Oh, I'm going to take an action, right? I'm going to attack." Let's give him some items. So he's probably got like a dagger, and a rapier. And so he, we'd maybe be in combat or something like that, and he could click, "Oh, I'm going to attack him with my dagger to do 1d4 damage."
Oh no! I got a kill. Fuck! Stacey is caught escaping. I'm
And then
using
roll the
cameras to
damage
get
like
this lady to safety.
I missed.
Oh my god.
So I'm still working out the kinks in it, as I'm more used to Roll20, but this one's more powerful. But in with that power becomes like you have to do more to set it up and work out all the intricacies of it. There is also a way that you can set it up to be able to roll from D&D Beyond directly. If I have that somewhere here. Let's see. So let's just say Kokoro wants to roll an attack, and you can see down the bottom right that that's come through. Or is it? Why have I lost that? There we go. Let's move that to there. So in the bottom right-hand side here, you can see that Kokoro the Drunk Mermaid attacks with a dagger for 23 and did 3 piercing damage.
How was it? Alright, I'm gonna go and make some lunch.
No worries, Lex. I'll catch you later.
I'll be back on in a sec.
And the other thing this system lets you do now is each person can only see sort of the tokens that they're in control of. So if I click onto Kokoro the Drunk Mermaid, you can see her line of sight is only this map, or these parts of the map that she has line of sight to. So we move her up here, and then she can see into the corridor. We move up a little bit here, and we start to get a little bit more vision. And you can determine a character's vision based on what race they are and all this kind of stuff. But it also means, especially if you're playing remotely, the person with this character can see into this room, right? But then Paulie the parrot's over here, his line of sight is kind of blocked, and he doesn't have dark vision, so he feels a lot more isolated, and kind of has to deal with his own surroundings. Maybe he creates a light source, cast light or something, and that'll light up that area. And give them a little bit more vision and let them explore. And you'll see this is grayed out because this is where they've explored already, but they can't see what's in there now because it's kind of like a fog of war-esque kind of thing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There should be an overlay in in Twitch as well. If you mouse over the screen, you might be able to see the D&D Beyond overlay. So that has their current health and stuff like that for the characters they're playing, and that updates from D&D Beyond. So as they take damage in D&D, they'll put it in D&D Beyond, and then you can see what their health is at. So it's not a regular kind of OBS overlay. It's a Twitch extension on top of that, but it can kind of be a fun way to see what the characters in the game are doing. Yeah, so it automatically enables if you're in the Dungeons, if you're streaming in the Dungeons and Dragons channel. I think there's a League of Legends one as well that'll tie into your game account if you're streaming League. But I haven't really played around with that. So in the D&D campaign that we ran on Thursday, it was kind of like a session 1. We did a session 0 before that. D-Bart's character kind of went off on his own and had 2 death saves. So he's 1 death save away from me tearing up his character sheet. And this Thursday, I guess we'll figure out if his team's going to get to him in time to revive him. Yeah. So he's already, I think, rolling up a second character just in case. Let's see, a hill dwarf, mountain dwarf, and class, bard. Perception, insight, investigation. And what is his background? Noble. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Currently proficient languages. Did he choose? Giant. Cool. Interesting that it only gives him one bardic inspiration here, because I thought he should have two. Cool. Vision, 60 dark vision, cool. Thank you very much, brother. I'll hopefully catch you online this week. We'll get some twos if I can ever tear you away from Tarkov. Okay, next up we've got Raycon. Why is this guy's health not showing up? Resources. Always HP. Putting all this time into making Raycon, but he might just die. Alright. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not what I want. Token. Image. Legend token. Cool. Now I need to do Towley. God. Of course. Let's go races first. So what's that? Warforged. Chose wisdom for him. He got nature and tool proficiency. And language, he got goblin. Oh, I think maybe I just gave him goblin. I didn't actually like think about it or ask him. Class, druid. And with druid comes medicine and insight for him. Cool. Sure. And then background folk hero, really? Of course. Okay. There we go. I keep hitting save when I don't really need to yet. Tally always. Update token. So where is Wally? Where is Wally? Where's Wally? We need to fix this up. I want, obviously, consistency in the tokens. And we may look to do circular tokens, but we'll see. That requires someone with actual art skills, I think. So we also had Carlos. Well, created as a character, but he was sort of a guest for that session. was a rock gnome. Cool. Last was also druid. Level 1.
All right.
Hey, how's it
He's
going?
back.
Oh, is he now?
Banana on post.
Is he
Ah,
back?
still
Is
full.
he?
He's back. He's back. He's back. He's back. He's back. You're most welcome. Saved your life. Shut up. Oh, these kids just ratted us out.
Oh, probably gonna have to murder them.
Guys watching football.
Alright, I think I got the hang of this this thing now. Most of it, some of it.
Yeah?
Pretty confident with it. I just need to look up how I can get you to connect, for example.
Ah, right. Yep. So did you say it's like a server? So you are the one that's hosting it?
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, you can self-host or you can cloud host. Obviously, cloud host you got to pay for, right?
Yeah.
But I think my internet connection is probably fine enough that you can just join.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they have, official servers or whatever that you can
That's cool.
you can go, or you could just I think we've still got a bunch of Azure credits and stuff. So, like we sent up the Minecraft and the Factorio servers. We could host it on one of those.
Nice.
Okay. So I need to work out, how do I connect to my... This is probably not something I should be doing on
Yeah,
stream.
on a people looking at her.
They can't
That's
see
right.
it.
I can't see anything.
Yeah. I think I'll need to figure out. Ah, hey, Star Claus. Game settings, configure, players, invitation links, use browser, boom, done. Yeah, I sent a browser link to my boy here, but because he's not on the same network as me, I think I have to set up port forwarding.
Yeah, it just timed out when I went, but that could be our internet, to be fair.
All right. Well, let's see. Hold on. Let me manage players.
Oh man, sniping in this game is so much easier with a fucking mouse. You just click on people's head.
I'm going to send you a link, Lex.
All right. Hold on. Open up. Thingo. Go to game settings and invitation link. One is for local, one is for internet.
Yeah,
Facebook.com. You're invited to the new Facebook.com. Oh my god, it's gross. Oh, it's got a dark mode.
Yeah, this is the site. I can't even connect that one locally, right? So I need to probably update some sort of firewall or something. You know what I'm saying, Alex?
Yeah. I mean, it could be something to do with your outward settings, like letting it connect, letting other people connect through your... But also no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't let me connect.
So the local network one, that's fine. That all works. Probably needs. Well, that's right. I'll do that offline. But
Okay.
the stage right now is I've got the stuff set up for Thursday with these guys' characters.
Nice.
Theoretically, I can do your ones as well.
Yeah.
And we might be able to jump into this. If I can get the connection thing working, I think we're good to go. And we can essentially just start. I can just start stripping all the stuff off Roll20. Not that you guys were using that as a journal really at all.
No.
This guy wants to see how my walls are looking, mate. My walls are looking crisp.
Your walls are looking fresh. Oh. Collateral.
Look at these walls. I mean, they could probably be better, but
Look, you know what? I think they're fantastic.
I think I'm used to Roll20 where it really chugs if you added too many polygons or too many walls. So I was a bit, and also just because I'm lazy. I started doing all these before old mate Romans gave me the hot tip, the spiciest of tip that you could press control. This one looks actually a lot better with that help as well. A lot more straight lines.
Yeah, it feels cleaner somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, Star Claus. Walls are fun, especially like, because it's a thing that you can do. You set up the walls and then like, that's a thing that you've completed and you've made good, right? And then you can kind of test it out with a character. So let's chuck Raycan in here. This token still isn't updated, which I don't like. Oh, why does it open all doors at once? No, it doesn't. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I think I fucked up.
Yeah, so that's one thing. So that
This guy just got mortared
looks
to
like a
hell.
normal door, right? And I have set it as a secret door. And its state is enclosed. However, I probably need to check from an actual player's point of view, because this player sees that as a door. Or do I see that as a door because I'm the DM?
Brent and I were doing the special ops missions yesterday on this.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn, so hard. They give you like a a time in which Infinity Ward, sorry, have like their play testers have got their best time. Goddamn, some of them are just impossible. Brent and I were trying to get 3 stars on each one. Oh, there's somebody on my roof. Oh, there's a lot of people on my roof.
Okay, cool.
Oh
So
wow.
check this out.
Oh, wow.
After you die or whatever you do.
But good fun. Like instead of just killing people left, right, and center on Warzone, nice to sort of have the
Something else to do.
the option to do some tactical stuff.
Yeah. When you get a chance, check out the stream. So I've put it from taking Starclaw's suggestion to make sure that the secret doors are secret. I've now loaded up just the display of what this Rekhan character can see, right? So this is them as a player.
Yep.
And you can see all the doors in the room.
Mm-hmm.
There's no door here. Despite that being a very real door in the map, right? So it's a secret door.
Oh no shit. I like it. I like that a lot.
And then I guess I open the door once they do the skill challenge or whatever, and then that will open the door for them. And then closing it will reveal that it is a door.
Yeah.
Question is, can I... Oh wait, no, it doesn't open that. Oh yeah, then he can see through that wall. Okay, but it doesn't count as a door for him anymore.
Yeah. Alright. Man, I'm liking this. I'm liking it a lot.
Let's see if I can reset fog. Cool. All right. Well, some of my walls aren't as clean as they should be.
I disagree.
Like when you got like 1 pixel, and then just like this shaft of light goes through, and they can see through.
Yeah.
Oh, I have not done the trap in the hallway, Starclaws. Thank you for reminding me. Let's look at my notes here. This isn't even what I'm after, is it? Alright, I'm gonna have to look in my actual Lost Mines PDF. So remember there's a pit trap like here. Yeah, I haven't really created anything on the, like, on Roll20, what would be the equivalent of the DM's layer? Question is, how do I guess I could draw something. And just have it not visible. So let's look at this character's point of view, right? They go through, they open this door, they don't see shit, and I go, hold the fuck on. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to mute myself so. Oh, you still want to hear me, don't you, Alex?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. I'm just chatting with Starclaws. Yeah, I think you could create a token for a trap, especially if it's a trap that appears and you want it to sort of spring like spikes or something, like how you get some spikes and then make them visible when this area collapses. Or I don't think it's even spikes. I think it's just an area of brown, right? And we could just make that a baby ship brown color that will appear when they fall into it. But if you had like an actual token asset of spikes or a fireball or something like that, would probably look a lot better. And you could do it as a token, especially if that trap has actions and attacks, right? Because then it's going to have a character sheet. Or like a simplistic kind of character sheet. And maybe health. Baby shit trap is scarier than a pit trap. I think the regular pit trap adventurers are used to, but a baby shit brown pit trap would give me the heebie-jeebies. Like I'd be testing every square with my 11-foot pole. But to give you some context, Starclaws, this is the first time I've opened up Foundry, or at least I just started playing with it today. I bought it last night, and I've used a lot of Roll20, and running a couple of games at the moment, and we live streamed a game on Thursday using Roll20. Still sort of getting all the nuts and bolts of getting audio levels right and overlays and everything. But I've been reading about Foundry, and I've had some people who'd have issues with Roll20 being really laggy or not being able to see the dynamic lighting properly. And this system seems a lot better optimized for someone to be able to jump in. I don't know if it'll work out that way, but hopefully it does. I got a lot of hope for it, and I mean, $50, but whatever. It's just a one-time upfront cost, and if I can move everything from Roll20 into here, either manually or with some kind of importer, then I can probably ditch my Roll20 subscription. Though I still recommend Roll20, especially for someone who maybe hasn't DM'd it before and wants to kind of get started without an upfront cost. You don't have to worry about dynamic lighting, just use Fog of War and stuff, but for someone like myself who's running a couple of games now, and I kind of like how this journal entry stuff works, and the ability to import things from other sources and other modules. It seems to have a lot more adaptability in it. Yeah, I've been looking at some of the modules that we've got here. Adventure Importer, Beyond 20 Companion module. So a lot of my players' character sheets are in D&D Beyond, and we use the browser extension, right, just so they can roll. And Combat Utility Belt seems to be like creating the this kind of stuff, which I was using, I think, a similar kind of thing in Roll20 Enhancement Suite to kind of do that kind of stuff. Haven't really looked into the furnace, just quality of life stuff apparently, so I guess I'm just using it now without really realizing. I think it was on a best of kind of module list. Pings seem really valuable. We use them a lot in our games. And the token bar creates bar to control the token's actions. I don't know, yeah. So that's what I'm using at the moment, but if you have any recommendations, I'm all about it, mate. Oh, dice, so nice. Yeah, I do use the visible dice in, or I did use the sort of graphic dice or whatever in Roll20. So I'll check that out. Thank you. Give you that bit more of a tabletop feel.
He's doing in the bathroom with his gun out. What are you doing? Oh, you've made a real mess in here.
Add token mold. All right, let me write these down. Where's my notepad? That's so nice. Token mold.
Okay. That's cool. Automatic name hiding, override token config, or sticky templates. Yeah, cool. There's one thing, Starclaws, you might be able to answer for me now that you're here. Is there any way
beyond importing character levels to just change the level of a character. Because I realize... Oh, you just go class levels? Never mind, I'm an idiot. Okay. So you can just do it manually without importing. I did not see this before. Boom, and then you add more levels. Okay, don't mind me. For ages I was like, oh fuck, there must be some sort of milestone thing I've got to do here, you know, some sort of drop down or add XP or something like that, because I turned off XP. And so for each character I was going in here and like adding class levels, right? And I was like, there's got to be a way to just manually do it without importing. yeah. That's the thing about this tool. Like, it's super powerful. There's a lot of cool stuff, but with that cool stuff becomes like, how do I find the thing? Yeah. Well, I accidentally did like my first import. I imported. I was like, oh well, I'll just import everything from 1 to level 20 because I'll get to level 20 eventually. No. It's not import the data so that you can then level them up. It's you're adding those levels to that character sheet. And then I couldn't figure out how to take the class levels off. Clearly, you can just do it in here.
I mean, if you want to add in some extra levels to a bird person, give him like 9 levels in wizardry or whatever you feel like. That's fine.
Yeah,
DM's choice.
See what we got. See what we got here. Why didn't I add? Let's see what Kokoro the Drunk Mermaid. She's got animal handling, medicine, history. Probably performance. I don't know. Let's just give her all this shit. Okay. Oh no, it's ooh. No, that's not what I want. Close. Okay, so here's what I've done. Just accidentally gave this bard a bunch of druid levels. Maybe. Oh no, level 1 bard. Here we go. Okay, so once I import the levels, though, I can like remove their proficiencies as I see fit. Sleight of hand, stealth, performance. No, she didn't take performance as a bard. Okay, interesting. I'm just going through her like D&D Beyond character sheet. What kind of bard doesn't take performance, mate? And then I guess I gotta give her a bunch of items. Right, so then when she hits level 2, I will go open importer, go bard. And then I'll go level 2, import. And then I think it's still selecting druids as well, maybe? Maybe that's what it was doing. Okay, bard level 1, but... So it adds those levels together though? Oh, but I'd just delete that one, right? Because 2 gives you, level 2 gives you all the other stuff as well. And then I need to go in here and edit this because she gets 1 per charisma modifier. Limited uses, long rest, yeah. But this would need to update to 3. Yeah, so it's a little bit fiddly. A little bit fiddly in places. I think once you get the... I guess you'd hope that your players would be able to manage that, right? Their own characters. Or, I mean, in an ideal world, there's probably going to be some kind of module in development, if not already, where you can just import whole cloth from D&D Beyond, or some kind of... It, like, updates probably one way every time you launch it or something.
That would be nice.
Just because, like, the Twitch overlay is key to D&D Beyond, and I know that that's, like, does a lot of the crunching for you and stuff, so theoretically, like, that should be your master file, and then it pushes all the stats out to your character in the game. I just assume, like, the API calls for that would just be, you wouldn't be able to run it constantly. Like, I don't think it could be live, right?
Yeah, probably once per boot or something per load.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because you don't need it live, because you're not making any additions, I guess, in-game to your... Oh, maybe you would, though.
I'm just thinking health, like, because you can have your health bar in-game, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty good, though. So I guess my next step is to add all of the Fancy Lads characters in here as well. So what do you think, though, Alex and Starclaws, while you're here? So I'm running 3 different D&D games. But if they're taking place in the same world, which I haven't decided if they are yet, but it'd be better to have all the world stuff in one, like, game file, right? But I guess if they're all separate, you want to have them in separate game files. But then that means you have to do some of the work twice, I guess, like loading in your item files and your monster files and stuff, which is probably not too bad, but...
Sounds like a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, maybe I'll just put it all in one. Because I'm lazy. I mean, it does mean if anyone else comes across the keep under the Shadowfell, the keep on the Shadowfell, I mean, you already cleared that place out, but maybe someone else has moved in.
Yeah,
also,
exactly.
then I don't have to do the map twice.
No, yeah.
So if there's anything DMs need to learn how to do effectively, it's reuse stuff in such a way that no one notices you're reusing it.
Have your assets so that you can use them again and again and again. Absolutely.
Okay, Starclaw says it's stored in your app data files folder, so you could, like, I assume, copy it and import it across that way anyway.
Oh, nice.
See, this is the stuff I knew today. I was like, you know what, I could dick around with this and look at YouTube videos, or I could stream. People would watch me struggle and go, I'm just going to put him out of his misery.
Magical people tell you what the answers are.
Have beautiful champions in the chat come in and go, hey Dan, we solved it already? Took us hours.
Figured this out.
Yeah, learn from others' mistakes, because there's not enough time to make them all yourself. We found the solution, buddy. Only took us 5 minutes. We're a bit upset that's taken you an hour. Charles, Catherine, Steve, and I are going to play Arkham Horror tonight.
Oh, nice.
on Tabletop Simulator.
Fuck yeah.
We were going to invite Emma, but we kicked her out because she's got to have a Zoom call with family.
Oh,
Like a
yeah, shit.
chump.
I'm supposed to be doing a quiz of some sort today.
Yeah, Starclaws is creating custom tokens for every different NPC in Horde of the Dragon Queen. That's,
Oh my god.
That's huge.
That is, you're bringing something upon you there, Starclaws. Wait, can he hear me? Or she hear
yeah.
me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they can hear Discord.
Well, I'm an idiot. I've been yelling about fucking blowing people up on.
I don't. Yeah. I just assumed you
I'm
knew.
so sorry, I didn't think they could hear me. Oh, what a dickhead.
Now, Starclaws, are you looking at custom tokens for each like named NPC? Because which there are a few, right? There's the Tyragosa Dragon Wrath or whatever, and those people. Because I assumed like you've got tokens sorted for all your just goblin, bandit, cultist, whatever. Yeah. I guess for a bunch of them, you'd have to pull from. I mean, if you've got access to D&D Beyond, or obviously a lot of people have sort of scanned images of them, but then it's still like you got to save the image, go put it somewhere, link them together. Yeah, mate. No, every single goblin has to have a different picture. And not even that, like every single Drake. And I want different pictures for every single roper and Nothic that you throw in there as well. Very important. We have individualistic ropers. Yeah, I saw some stuff. So you could like preload a bunch in, right? And maybe like you preload 30 goblin tokens in, and just every time you grab a token, it just cycles through them or chooses a random one. But you've told it these images are goblins. Oh yeah, drip. Yeah. Similarly, like I'm a bit disappointed in Lost Mines of Phandelver that my boy Yimik don't have his own token. Maybe I gotta get like a goblin from WoW or something. Same thing with, I mean, in this it's Clark. I think Alex, when you fought the head of the
Yeah.
these guys, it was Iron Tooth because that was the name of the guy from
Yeah, Iron Tooth.
because he had like a cool helmet on.
Oh yeah.
The other thing which I can do in this, which I haven't really played around with, is you can make one-way walls. So that if you're on a cliff, for example, you can see out, but stuff on the quote like ground floor wouldn't be able to see you.
Oh, that's cool. These missions take forever. Do wall too. Good.
Oh yeah, pass through walls as well for like curtains. So it's like it blocks line of sight, but you can move through it.
I like that.
Or you can see it, but you can't move through it, like jail bars or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Which is a lot cooler than what Roll20 offered. Like Roll20 was just like you can create lines, and that will block line of sight.
Yeah.
And when you create a bajillion lines, your players will complain that their browsers are crashing. We'll see if that holds true for this, though.
Yeah, fingers crossed it's alright. It looks good. Honestly, I'm stoked. I'm stoked for everything that we're doing. Okay, the castle near for the lizard pen.
I haven't run Horde of the Dragon Queen that deep. I think I got to. Well, there's obviously the bit at Green Rest at the start. They go to the Dragon Cave. They do that stuff there, or the Bandit Camp, or whatever. They jump in the barge and head upriver, and then they start like dealing with what the Fist Boys and the Harpers, and then it kind of branches out where they get a couple of choices, I think, of where they want to go next, or is it no? Sorry, Horde of the Dragon Queen. They have to they go to Neverwinter or Waterdeep and join the caravan. I think the game I was running got up to that bit before it fell apart. How long's our game been running, Alex?
Oh my, sorry, I just got absolutely owned by a mortar. Our game has been running for 3 years.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And
It was no 4 years, 5
4
years.
Well, I guess if you also like before that we're playing the Star Wars RPG, so Edge of the Empire.
Yeah.
Finished up what 2 or 3 story arcs there, and then well, I want to do fantasy shit, so let's do D&D.
Yeah, because I was in, that was when I was working at Flight Center, we started playing Star Wars 1.
Mm-hmm.
So that must have been 4, 5, yeah, 5, either 5 or 5 plus years ago.
Oh, of course. Was that so you create, as you were saying, like the battlements, right? Or so you can have archers shoot through. Because I guess that's the other thing as well. Like they have to be able to take cover, or feel like they can. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bars for jails and stuff. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's it. And yeah, Roll20, I guess, just doesn't handle that as well as this does clearly. But it does mean like extra setup from the DM, which is fine. There's also, I think, characters can create like a little hotbar down the bottom. So you know what that means, Alex? You can just put Spirit Guardians on number 1. You just create a macro for Spirit Guardians.
Oh, the dream.
And you just spam Spirit Guardians all day, every day.
That's all I want. That's all I've ever wanted.
And you know what? We create a macro for Doug. And like he presses 1, he hits him with his tankard. He presses 2, he hits him with smite. Oh no, and 3 he summons Kegasis.
3 summons Kegasis. Oh, he'd froth that. Anything to make it a bit easier for him. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, I set up the light. So I created the fire here. So that's I just sort of eyeballed it, right? I also set up a small light here, just because in the game we're running in roll 20. I was just trying to recreate sort of where we're up to at end of session 1. So if I can get this working, we'll just jump into this. And I chucked a little light here, so we established that old Brath, my boy, human, walked in with a torch, threw it on like this small campfire to get it going, so they get a bit of sight in here as they just started murdering goblins. Now I did set up a light out here, and set this one, or no, I wanted to set this one to global. But I wasn't really sure what the difference is between a global light source and not. Right? Like a global light source is, I would assume, one that hits everything, but then it's not that. Oh, this is just meant to be like the equivalent of the sun, right? So there's some sunlight streaming into the cabin. Well, I was watching a video about this, and I think they'd set up so that you're walking through this dungeon. It was a Foundry video just kind of showing off some of the features, and the idea was that some of the rooms had candles on tables, so there was like little small light sources, and then there was one room that had, you enter the chapel and it's got a skylight or something, and so like it's meant to have this like moonlight down from above. Unless maybe it's global light. Global light gets affected by weather, so I can transition to darkness, right? And let's go to Cragmore. So I think the local light sources aren't affected by darkness, but global illumination is? Or I could be completely wrong with how I'm seeing this. So if we look at Clark's point of view, I don't know why he can see out here. Maybe it's just because it's a DM thing.
Oh, we're on stage 4 as of 6 PM tonight.
Oof, rough.
What? How is that fair? Cheeky bastard. It'd be good to know about that, the difference between global lighting and all that, and whether or not darkness affects it. Because of is it Heimdall? No, Han shoots the shoots the big ball of darkness, doesn't he? Oh no, Heimdall does it.
Yeah,
Does
so
like the
you can create custom darkness that like only certain players can see through, I think. Well,
alright.
so that's a better way for us to do that line of sight, because before we were just like creating
Yeah,
a thing.
actually that's fair, but like based on yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm not sure if you're seeing the stream, but so there's an option I have: transition to daylight or transition to nighttime.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm watching. The stream for me is like you'll say something and it's about 20-30 seconds before it shows up on the because the delay.
So the transition to daylight, I think, yeah, changes where the global illuminations are.
Right. Okay.
And I guess if there's a global illumination, like if you're transitioned to nighttime, that counts as like a bright moon, right? Just giving illumination that way. Oops. I've put in my notes here to get Foundry modules and blame Star Claws if they're shit. Dice so nice and token mold. Oh, check it out, Alex. Got my own emote.
Oh, Dan. Feisty. Here he is. Bandana and all.
Mate, I'm safe. I'm COVID safe. That's where
You are COVID safe. I really want to get a bandana mask. The one that I got like a sports mask with a filter in it.
Yeah.
But it like I feel like a bandana would be better. One of those ones that like goes not a bandana, sorry, like a neck. You know what I mean? It's like it looks like a condom but for your head, like an open-ended condom.
Are people trying to convince you to put your head in plastic bags, Alex? Because I don't think that should.
Look, Brent
Those aren't your friends.
has told me to do that many times.
If they're, if they told you to jump off a cliff, would you?
Honestly, I've had a pretty good run, so.
Cool. All right. Well, I might take a break there. Get some afternoon tea, and then I think I might. I think Emma said she wanted me to record playing Arkham Horror this afternoon. So
Oh, nice.
I'll ask Charles and Catherine if they're all cool with that, and if you wanted to watch us play that, Emma and I played it locally here. Like we actually bought the game. And it's a lot of fun. I think you should check it out on Virtual Tabletop or Tabletop Simulator,
Yeah.
or consider getting the cards. It's, as I said, it's like similar to the Marvel Champions game, sort of like a cross between that and Gloomhaven ish.
Oh yeah. Nice.
With the whole persistent deck building and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, beautiful.
Ekaname1328 sounds like a bot. Says, want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and views.
Shit, why didn't I do that before?
Whoa, my God. Woof.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, well, I think I'm doing this family quiz, but if I'm not and you guys are streaming, I'll watch.
Yeah, too easy. All right. For everyone else who's tuned in, thank you very much for hanging out with us as I sort of stumbled my way through learning about Foundry and writing some notes. I mean, I didn't do near enough prep for my game tomorrow night as I should have, but that's it's always the DM's thing. Our mate Romans is long gone, probably off to bed, but Starclaws, thanks for coming in at the end there and giving us some tips and tricks. I see that you followed, so thank you very much for that. We're going to be going live again, maybe this afternoon, but also the main one that you're going to want to watch is D&D Tats and Tarasques on Thursday. I'm running a game for a bunch of newbies, and we'll be running them through the remainder of this Cragmore hideout. As you can see, I've been setting it up here on Foundry. If I can sort out the port forwarding and connection stuff for everyone else, we'll definitely run it through this rather than B20. Yeah, mate. Cheers. All right. I'm off skis, and thank you very much. We'll end the stream there.
Catch you later, home slice. Have a good one.